I wiped down changing stations as laughter bubbled all around at Little Learners Daycare. This was my favorite part of each day, seeing joyful smiles surround me instead of stern hospital walls. Then she walked in, like a sunbeam amid the colorful chaos, Mary, carrying her daughter Catherine. Though tired from long shifts, her own grin lit the room. "Say hi to Mr. John," she said to Catherine, waving. I crouched down joyfully. "Well, hello there, little miss. Are you ready for fun today?" Catherine nodded shyly, eyeing me carefully before hugging her mom. Mary smiled warily. "Thank you again, John. You give us both such comfort here." As they departed, I wondered what hardships two so full of life faced beyond these walls. Later, Kathy ran giggling to me with finger paint. "It's a heart for you and Mommy." Her gift warmed my own all day long. My joy found storm clouds as sharp stomach pains struck that weekend. At the clinic waiting room, I saw a familiar face behind the counter. "Mary, I didn't know you worked here," I said, surprised. She smiled, though concern filled her eyes inspecting me. "Let's get you checked, John." Sounds serious. In her office, heartfelt questions flowed as easily as her skilled hands. Laughter mingled with examination, and for the first time someone truly saw beyond walls around my heart. "Just a flare-up. Try this," Mary said, scribbling a prescription. I frowned, paying. "How much do I owe?" She waved me off. "Nonsense. Consider it thanks for your smiles each day. You do more good than you know." As storms cleared, I left warmed, realizing this sunbeam shone on others too through care and understanding. Perhaps our meeting held purpose I did not yet see. That week, Kathy seemed upset each day, refusing smiles and hugs. Frowns replaced giggles as she played alone solemnly. During pickup, I asked Mary gently, "Everything all right at home?" She sighed. "Kathy won't say what's wrong, just cries, the mean man." Distress filled her eyes and mine. The next morning, Kathy ran to me, tugging insistently. "Phone. Mommy fell, can't wake up." My heart stopped. I called 911 swiftly as Kathy wept. "Mean man hurt Mommy, he's coming for us." Rushing over after they departed, I prayed it was merely nightmares. But the front door stood open as rain fell steadily. I entered cautiously, dread rising. "Mary? I'm here, it's John." Silence. Then a groan from the kitchen. Rushing in, I found Mary dazed under shelves toppled from the wall. Blood pooled as the storm raged outside, and within my soul. As rain poured down that dark night, I tended to Mary and Catherine's wounds, my own heart twisting at their haunted eyes. An ambulance arrived swiftly, thanks to Kathy's quick call. Paramedics loaded Mary onto a stretcher, assessing her injuries as Catherine sobbed in my arms. "Shay, you're safe now. I've got you," I soothed, though inside fury and fear raged at finding them tormented so. At the hospital, I refused to leave their sides. In Mary's room, she squeezed my hand weakly. "Thank you." "Brave girl," she said to Catherine. I asked the police at her bedside, "Any signs of who did this?" Kathy mentioned a mean man. The officer sighed, scribbling notes. "Hard to say yet, might have been accident. But we'll look into what the girl saw." As night fell, exhaustion took hold. But I vowed no rest until their attackers faced justice and sunshine returned to lives so full of light. The grim night gave way to dawn, bringing both relief and questions. Mary awoke stronger but haunted, while little Catherine found comfort in dreams. I stayed by their hospital room, meeting their needs but yearning answers. A detective arrived, hopeful Catherine's recollections could provide them. Kneeling gently by her bedside, he asked, "Kathy, can you tell me more about the mean man? It's important we keep you and your mommy safe." Her tiny voice quivered. "He came before, said bad things. Mommy made him go away." The image of their tormentor grew more clear, and my anger along with it. That evening, Mary called me to her side weakly. "Thank you for watching over us. I fear this attacker plans further harm. Please, stay close to Kathy if I cannot." Her trust meant all to me. As night fell once more, I vowed by their sides no darkness would ever threaten them again without facing my defense. Their safety and future smiles now became my mission. As the sun rose on a new day, more clues emerged to shed light on Mary and Catherine's ordeal. A troubled former patient of Mary's was brought in for questioning after his wild claims drew police attention. His incriminating fingerprints were also found at their home. Meanwhile, Mary strengthened under the watchful care of nurses and myself. Her spirit lifted each time her daughters filled the room, thanks to new friends who visited with smiles and storybooks. That afternoon, she squeezed my hand. "Thank you, John, for giving us strength when ours wavered. Catherine and I are blessed to have found light in our darkest hour." A few hours later, police confirmed my suspicions. The troubled man had relentlessly stalked Mary after she ended his treatment due to instability. He was now behind bars where he belonged. As relief washed over me, I knew the brightest of lights can often attract the worst shadows. But together with community, even the deepest darknesses can be illuminated and overcome. With the threat removed, Mary and Catherine's hospital stay became more tranquil each dawn. Though they yearned home, the ladies knew joy in witnessing community love surround them in trying times. Clara, one of Mary's dearest nursing colleagues, praised Catherine's flourishing spirit and strength. "Laughter is the best cure. You've a gift for restoring hope as ever." Later, as I brought fresh flowers, Mary smiled with new light in her eyes. "Catherine and I have faced storms before, but this time the sun shone through it all thanks to you, John. You've a place in our lives, if you'll have it." Days later at their farmhouse, neighbors fixed all that had been broken with care and fellowship. Tom, my dear friend from the daycare, clasped my shoulder with gladness. As new beginnings took root, I realized light blossoms most radiantly when nourished from within and without, through compassion instead of fear or force. Our lives have been transformed through standing together against darkness. Spring's warm breezes brought new life to the landscape around Mary and Catherine's home. As I helped with repairs, joy replaced the echoes of fear. Mary's strength returned fully with each passing day in the healing light of the sun. During breaks, she smiled. "You gave us hope in the coldest night. Your friendship is the greatest gift after what you did for us." That weekend, neighbors held a picnic to celebrate their safe return. Laughter rang out as Catherine played happily with friends, no hint of past shadows in her bright eyes. Tom nudged me with a grin. "You found where you belong, my friend. When are you officially joining their family?" I brushed off his teasing, though in my heart knew their light provided my guiding star through any storm. As Mary and I watched Catherine play, she squeezed my hand and whispered, "Only time will tell what blossoms from here. But no one will threaten this happiness we found."